September 4th, 2024. A quiet morning in Winder, at Apalachee High School, a 14-year-old student named Colt Gray walked in with an AR-style rifle and opened fire. Within minutes, 4 innocent lives were gone and 9 others wounded. But this wasn't just another senseless act of violence. This case shook the nation not only because of Colt's young age, but because of the disturbing trail of warning signs that were ignored. Colt Gray was just 14 years old, a freshman at Apalachee High School. On the surface, he wasn't the kind of kid you'd immediately expect to become a school shooter. But behind closed doors, Colt's life was filled with warning signs. Family court records show a troubled household. His parents were divorced. His father, Cullen, had full custody, and Colt struggled with depression, paranoia, and disturbing obsessions. Teachers described him as isolated, prone to panic attacks, and often absent from class. But perhaps the biggest red flag came in 2023. Law enforcement and even the FBI reviewed his case. But in the end, officials said there wasn't enough to act. No charges were filed, and Colt stayed in school like nothing ever happened.
So we got a tip from the FBI saying that somebody from your old address over there in Traditions had made a threat to shoot up a school, and your name was associated with that address.
Yeah. So what? Tell me what.
You have any kids or anything living here?
Colt Gray.
Colt?
Yeah, Colt. He's my oldest son.
How old is he?
He's 13.
Does he play a lot of video games and stuff?
Yeah, he does. Like all the time.
Is he here right now?
Yeah.
So, let me ask you this: do you have weapons in the house?
I do.
Are they accessible to him?
They are. I mean, there's nothing loaded, but they are down. We do a lot of shooting. We do a lot of deer hunting. He shot his first deer this year.
Okay.
You know, so like I'm pretty much in shock, to be honest with you. I don't know anything about him saying shit like that, and I'm gonna be mad as hell if he did. And then all the guns will go away, and they won't be accessible to him. You know, I'm trying to be honest with you. I'm trying to teach him about firearms and safety and how to do it all, and get him interested in the outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
Like on my phone.
Get him away from those video games.
Exactly right. That's the God honest truth. And the picture on my phone is him with blood on his cheeks from shooting his first deer. It was just the greatest day ever. So he knows the seriousness of weapons and what they can do and how to use them. Whatever or wherever this is coming from is no joke.
Yeah.
Like, it's no joke.
But we wouldn't be here if it was.
No, I know. And I'm telling you right now, we talk about it quite a bit. All the school shootings, things that happen.
Yeah,
Hey,
scary.
are you getting picked on at school? He is.
Hey, Colt, what's going on, bud? So did your dad kind of explain everything to you?
Said something about shooting up a school.
Did you say something about school shooting?
Never, I just told him, I don't know what. Maybe they misheard somebody else. I would never say that.
You never ever said.
No, I swear.
Do you use Discord?
Discord?
Yes, sir.
I used to. I don't have it.
When's the last time you used it?
Like a few months ago.
I mean, I'm not trying to get anybody hemmed up, but like, this is some serious stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he knows how serious it is, trust me.
I'd hate to, my boss was even like, I don't know how old this information is, and if you want to wait till Monday to follow up, I was like, nah, I'd rather do it now, because
So would we.
God forbid something happened and I didn't do my job, I'd feel pretty bad about that. So I just want to make sure you understand that if something like that happened, or you hear something like that, report it.
Yeah,
Tell your dad, tell teacher.
Like I told him, I would promise I would never say something like that.
So you haven't used Discord in a few months,
Oh, no,
and you're saying you didn't say anything like that.
No, the only thing I have is TikTok, but I just go around there and watch videos.
Okay. I gotta take you at your word, and I hope you're being honest with me. I'm not saying you're lying, but it's
Serious thing.
it's not unusual for people to lie to police.
He's familiar with that too.
Maybe it was something he heard or did on Discord months ago. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
But he's telling me he didn't.
Yeah.
Telling me he can't remember anything like that.
Yeah.
I take you at your word. Okay. If you look me in the eye and you tell me that's what you're telling me, I got no choice but to take you at your word right now. But
Yes, sir.
Here's where I want your opinion. If investigators already had Colt on their radar, should more have been done? Could those ignored warnings have saved lives? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's go to the morning of September 4th, when Colt entered Apalachee High School armed with the AR-style rifle. Witnesses say he began firing almost immediately. Within minutes, 4 victims were killed. Christina Irami, 53, a beloved teacher. Richard Aspinwall, 39, another dedicated educator. Christian Angulo, 14, a freshman student. Mason Schermerhorn, 14, also a freshman. 9 others were injured before Colt finally stopped and surrendered to responding officers. According to police, when they confronted him, Colt simply said, "I did it." That phrase, so cold, so detached, sent chills through investigators. Imagine being a parent, waiting outside the school that morning, praying your child was safe. The panic, the confusion, the heartbreak. For the families of those 4 victims, life would never be the same again.
Flags here on campus were flying at half-staff this morning. This community just now beginning to start to process the horrific events that happened inside the school building yesterday. Overnight, officials reassuring them that there was only one shooter and that teenage suspect remains in custody this morning. This morning, an urgent investigation underway after police say a 14-year-old went on a shooting rampage inside a Georgia high school, killing 2 fellow students, 2 teachers, and injuring 9 others.
I never imagined that I would be speaking to the media in my career over something that happened today, the pure evil that happened today.
Officials identifying the suspect as Colt Gray, a student at the school.
He will be charged with murder and he will be tried as an adult.
This student, Lila, told CNN the shooter was in her math class. She says he abruptly left the class and then tried to get back inside.
They lock automatically, so you have to be let in to come back into our classroom. So I think he wanted to come to us first to shoot us class. He turns to the classroom to what would have been my right, and he just starts to shoot, and you hear like about 10 to 15 rounds back to back. He never really talked. He was pretty quiet. He wasn't there most times. Either he just didn't come to school or he just would skip class. But even when he would have talked, it was one-word answers or just short statements.
Police say calls of an active shooter started coming in around 10:20 Wednesday morning.
What's happening to the high school? I don't know.
Within minutes, they were on campus helping the school resource officers already at the scene. Officers finding the suspect with an AR-15 style rifle. They say he surrendered without incident.
The shooter quickly realized that if he did not give up, that it would end with an OIS, or an officer-involved shooting. He gave up, got on the ground.
In this video from our affiliate WSB, police seen investigating the alleged shooter's house for evidence. Authorities identifying the victims as 14-year-old students Mason Schermerhorn and Christian Angulo, teachers Richard Aspinwall and Christina Eremy. Senior Fabian Williford was in class when he heard the first round of gunshots.
The guns sound like balloon popping, but like 10 times louder.
Sophomore Alexandra Romero filming this video from inside her classroom. Officers leading her class to safety.
Come on. I saw like my math teacher, and he was all covered. I saw blood everywhere.
10th grade world history teacher Stephen Cramble protecting roughly 28 students when his class was notified they were on a hard lockdown.
There was a second of like, in my head, I just felt death like cross my mind, where there was a moment where I'm like, I might die today.
11th grader Henry Vanderwalt frantically texting his mother, "I think there's a school shooting. We heard gunshots and the police shouting. We're all in hard lockdown." Moments later texting, "I love you." Gwendolyn Cook rushing to the football field where the students were safely gathering, looking for her grandkids, alongside hundreds of other frantic parents.
Everybody came to get their children.
Overnight, an emotional vigil.
We are praying for you and for our community.
A heartbroken community gathering together amid tragedy.
After the shooting, Colt Gray was arrested and charged with 4 counts of felony murder. How could someone so young commit something so horrific? Meanwhile, his father's case grew bigger than anyone expected. Colt's father, Colin Gray, plays a disturbing role in this tragedy. According to prosecutors, Colin didn't just miss the warning signs, he allegedly armed his son. On Christmas morning, Colin reportedly gave Colt the AR-style rifle that would later be used in the shooting. He didn't restrict access. Instead, investigators say it was left easily available inside the home. When police raided the Gray household after the massacre, they found more than just weapons. They uncovered Colt's drawings of school shootings, written checklists, and what authorities described as a shrine glorifying past mass killers. But here's what's shocking. Colin Gray is now facing his own set of charges. He's accused of second-degree murder, involuntary manslaughter, and cruelty to children. If convicted, Colin could face up to 180 years in prison.
Prosecutors charged not just the accused teen shooter, but his father too. They accused Colin Gray of allowing his 14-year-old son Colt access to guns knowing he was a danger. At the top of mind for both sides is a fair trial.
I'm asking this court to change the venue.
Thursday afternoon, Colin Gray's defense team argued in court to move the trial far from Barrow County. They want to find a jury who hasn't been tainted by media coverage or connected to the shooting at Apalachee High School, which left 4 dead and even more injured. They used an analogy to make their point.
You got to get far enough away from that bomb that you're not going to get hurt. And that's what we want to try to do.
Prosecutors agree that the venue needs to be changed and the jury should come from another county, but not because of media coverage.
The reason the state is agreeing to change the venue from Barrow County is because all of Barrow County was a victim in this case.
Prosecutors argued Chief Barrow County Superior Court Judge Nicholas Prim should make things easier and bring a jury in from a nearby county like Walton or Jackson for the 3-week trial. The district attorney says it would make things cheaper. He also said the judge needs to consider security requirements and the need to move witnesses.
The state's position is they want the least amount of complexity to this trial.
Judge Prim said there's a lot to consider, but a Barrow County jury would be risky. He ruled the venue will be changed, but he needs to decide what that will look like.
His trial is set for September 8, 2025. Should parents be held criminally responsible if their child commits a school shooting with their weapon? Drop your answer below, yes or no. This debate could change how future cases are prosecuted. This case leaves us with some haunting questions. Could the 2023 FBI investigation have prevented this tragedy? Should schools be doing more to monitor students with disturbing behavior? And most of all, should parents face decades in prison for the crimes of their children if they helped enable them? For the families of Christina Irami, Richard Aspinwall, Christian Angulo, and Mason Schermerhorn, none of these questions bring back their loved ones. But maybe, just maybe, this case can bring change. This was the story of Colt Gray, the 14-year-old school shooter who shocked the world, and the father now facing trial for his role in one of the darkest days in Georgia history. What do you think? Should Colt spend life behind bars? Should his father face prison time too? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found this breakdown powerful, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Real-Time Viral Crimes, where we expose the stories the world needs to see.